nut cookies, about 6 or 7 cookies every night with almond milk. And then I do not repeat salt.
Rivers lets it flow. It's picked off. The ball is intercepted. The Jags pick it off. That's Jarian Jones stepped in front.
Cover zero. I knew the look that we were giving. Josh Downs, great receiver, but he was in the slot. I know he's kind of like the option route runner, so I knew like we sending pressure. Got to come out fast. Phillips can't really throw the ball down the field, so my instincts kind of took over on the play. So.
You know, and the thing with Jarian is Jarian wears a lot of hats for us on the back end. So there's even positions he's prepared for that he hasn't played in games. We've been able to move him around, and he's really got a good understanding of so many positions in the back end, you know, whether that's corner, dime, nickel, even safety in some certain situations. So
ball picked off. That ball is intercepted. Running it back is Jarian Jones inside the 30-yard line. What a play by Jarian Jones. He picks it off.
So I just try to be there for my guys, home, away, no matter what we're playing at. You know what I'm saying? I really have a lot of fun playing this game, and I try to show it by the way that I play. And I don't want nobody to look at how I play and be like, he's kind of like slacking or nothing like that. I want to always be there for my team. You know what I'm saying? Be accountable for my teammates.
Four-man rush. Fires downfield, and that ball's going to be picked off. The Jags intercepted. Jarian Jones went up and got it near the 30-yard line of the Jaguars. What a play by Jarian.
Jarian's preparation has really upticked. Like even at practice yesterday, he was one of the most, guys talking the most on it, saying things before the play, communicating to his teammates. Practice energy is something that I do appreciate as a coach.
Being ready for your moment. I got a lot of familiarity with playing nickel, so that's what I've always done. So just being ready with my time when my name is called and be ready for my team.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and RJ Saunders.
Who? Who's that last one? Oh, he's visiting us today. RJ, you're back after an absence yesterday.
Thought I was fired.
I don't have that power, obviously. Welcome back.
What'd I miss?
RJ did the drill yesterday. He did your show yesterday in the afternoon, right? Helmets and Heels?
Yeah. Didn't do your show.
Not Jaguars Today, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Okay. Well,
Tony knows the truth. We had a conversation.
It's good to know where in the pecking order Jaguars Today stands in
with
RJ.
And his life.
Yes, with RJ and his life. Exactly. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning. Happy Friday, Devs.
Happy Friday to you.
You're in a great mood. I love great moods, especially
I'm
on
always
Friday.
in a great mood, Tom.
Rock and roll. I've been up early, man.
Tony, what are you chuckling at over there?
Just you fellas chopping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom brought in a triple-decker sandwich this morning for breakfast, and he's ready to go.
Oh, listen, I did a little filming down at the NFL alumni chapter. They have a golf tournament, so I did a little horse's mouth down there early, 7:30. So, yeah, I packed a triple-decker, Mike, is what I've got here.
Okay.
Or maybe is that a double-decker? What do you call it? Three pieces
slices of bread?
Yeah.
Double-decker.
Not a triple.
Yeah, but I knew what you meant. I immediately knew what you meant, though.
No, but what should it be called? Double or triple?
Double-decker.
Because the Dagwood's like multiple, right? Remember the old Dagwood?
Doesn't necessarily have multiple layers of bread, though. Dagwoods just throw all the different meats and cheeses and such.
I thought it had bread every.
You swing by Denmark's roadside stand, which I hear is doing a killer business right now. You get a few smoked meats and throw it on there.
Okay.
I told the story a billion times. I'll tell a billion and one, or a quick one, right? I used to read the comic strips as a kid, right? All the time. It was like newspaper came every day. Kids, it was a literal physical piece of paper. And we'd read the comics. I'd read Blondie all the time. And Dagwood Bumstead, who is her husband, would make a sandwich that was stacked to the ceiling. They called it the Dagwood because it had everything on it, whatever was in the fridge. So I told my mom I wanted to do that. She goes, "You're not going to eat that. You're going to waste all this food. You can do three things. You can pick three items."
Okay, what'd you go with?
I went with peanut butter.
Okay.
Bologna
and peanut butter.
And pickles.
Really?
Change your life.
No way.
I got lucky.
You got lucky?
I got lucky.
I
just
still
picked
eat them
three no, I don't, but I would. Like, you could do with or without. You could do it with or without pickles. Like, I knew peanut butter would be in there because that's all I ever ate.
Yeah, I love peanut.
Still, right. So, but I like bologna. I like pickles. So I'm like, all right, those three things. I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
And it was delicious. And for about a year at school as a kid, I took peanut butter and bologna Peanut butter, and bologna.
Wow.
It was dipped in vodka.
Yeah, I used to like cheese, pickles, and mayonnaise on bread. Like
Whoa.
cheese, slice of
okay,
cheese.
slice of cheese and pickle.
Those circle dill pit, whatever.
Yeah,
pickles, bread and
right.
butter, maybe bread and butter. I didn't like
Okay, the little slices. Yeah.
And then in between 2 pieces of bread with mayonnaise on them.
Yeah, I could probably do that without the mayo. I mean,
maybe you could.
Cheese and pickles be a fine combo.
I think mayo is my most used condiment.
Is it really?
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Got to be the big H for me if I'm doing mayo.
The big H.
Big H.
Hellman's.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's all.
I can't.
I've tried them all. No disrespect to the others, but yeah, no, Hellman's is the best.
No disrespect to the others, are not passing my lips. I mean, I'm just saying that's my personal preference.
Yeah.
You know?
No, say
not a Miracle Whip guy.
No,
You know?
I don't even know what that tastes like anymore. As a kid,
we tried it, but I didn't like it then either. So I'm very set in my ways, man. Once I taste something, I'm like, I rarely have changed my mind on a food.
Do you like butter? Do you use a lot of butter?
I don't use a lot.
No.
Hardly use
My
any.
girl's got me talked into this Irish butter. Like, oh, Dad, it's bad. I'm like, what? Are the Irish cows
There's
are
the
bad?
same way, bro. I'm like, the same way.
I'm like, we got to have. What's wrong with Land O'Lakes?
You tell me what is the difference between that and
No, I know.
exactly Land O'Lakes.
The cows are different over there.
Maybe they are. Anyway, good morning to all. As we typically do, we start on nothing related to Jaguar football when Tom McManus is with us this week. Tommy, I did one thing we'll get into, and Tony, and we touched on it right at the end of the show yesterday. He really didn't do it justice at all. Nick Shook over at NFL.com ranked all the starting quarterbacks last year in the National Football League. Okay. And Trevor Lawrence came in 6th. Now, this included regular and postseason, and it was just for this year. And I think you can make an argument. Maybe you should have been a tick higher even. But whatever. We'll get into the names. So today, we're asking people, forget about where it stands right now. You're looking ahead now. How do you feel about Trevor Lawrence and where he is in relation to the other quarterbacks in the National Football League?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is he top 5 guys? Is he top 10 guys? Kind of middle of the pack? And this is a bit of an IQ test. The last option is he's not the guy at all. I mean, if you choose that, I don't know what you're
thinking.
Maybe, the 2% of people that are voting for that could be people that aren't Jaguar fans that follow me on Twitter. Like if somebody's if a poll popped up about CJ Stroud, I would pick the worst option and I'd vote for it and I'd laugh and I'd move on, right? Because that may be what happens on social media.
They strike me as the kind of people that get bit by the snake before they realize it's dangerous. Right, like the evidence in front of their eyes is not enough.
Right.
To just say Trevor Lawrence is obviously not nothing.
That's a hot stove, kid.
Right.
That's a hot stove.
I still do that on occasion.
Do you?
I almost did it. I open up the oven door and I'm like, now, instead of having the. I know.
I almost did it a week ago. I almost grabbed the broiler pan out of the oven barehanded. What? That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd be that guy, Tony.
I know. It'll burn you.
Evidence.
It hurts too.
Sometimes.
Why not walk across those hot coals? Seems like a cool hobby.
All those people do the hot coal thing.
Yeah.
They do the hot coal thing.
Yeah, I can lay on a bed of nails. Why wouldn't I be able to? I just distribute my weight.
Right. And people do that as well.
Yeah.
I would be impaled by 250 little nails driving into my back. But anyway, our question today is simply that. Heading into the 2026 offseason, where do you feel that Trevor Lawrence ranks compared to his peers? Top 5 quarterback, top 10 quarterback, middle of the pack, and he's not the guy at all. And we'll go through a lot of these on this list. There's 63 quarterbacks that started the game last year. You can just dismiss them because they're not really factors long term. But how do you compare Trevor Lawrence compared to a guy who you would have said was better than him coming into the year, but didn't have as good a year, right? How much weight do you put on that 1 year? So we'll talk about that today, among other Jaguar-related issues. If you want to be a part of the conversation, 641-1010 is the easiest way to do it on the Key Buick GMC phone lines or on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can hit us up on socials at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at Meathead55, and at R has no J. There it is. And you can also stream us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on X or Twitter, whatever you're calling it. Did the sound of my mic just change in the last minute?
Not to me.
No.
Okay.
I heard that.
No, not
NBA music.
Well, yeah. Round Ball Rock is what they call that, Tommy.
What's it called?
Round Ball Rock.
Oh, really?
That's the name of the song.
Oh, no kidding.
And
I never knew that.
And it was written by, Tony knows, I bet,
Barry Manilow.
John Tesh.
John Tesh
wrote it. It's a great Saturday Night Live skit. It really is about his brother.
And I'm gonna dunk it.
His brother who wrote the lyrics to that song. There are no lyrics to that song.
Right,
okay?
right.
You know, but it is great. Tim Robinson. You know who Tim Robinson is?
No.
I think he might be the funniest guy in
SNL
in media right now. Like doing whatever he does, like skit shows.
Okay.
He has a very particular sense of humor. It's really offbeat, but I really like. It's It's hard to describe. At least by me.
Yeah.
I don't have the words for it, but he's hilarious. Anyway, we'll move past that. So,
Yeah,
Round Ball Rock. You learned way
Ball
more
Rock.
about that 1.5 second snippet of audio than you ever cared to.
Yeah.
And so did the rest of the audience.
No. I'm glad I know it. I never would have known that.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're right. You wouldn't.
I never knew it was Round Rock. Round Ball.
He's glad he knows it, though. All right, Tom McManus is here. We're talking Jaguar ball with you for the next couple of hours. Stick with us here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. Taylor Dahl.
I'm one of you. I'm a visionary. I'm a maverick. I'm a gunslinger, just like you.
Afternoons 2 to 4.
It takes one to know one.
On 1010XL.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Let's talk about the sound no homeowner wants to hear. Drip, drip, drip. Still dripping. That's exactly why Duck Duck Rooter created the Love Your Pipes promotion. Plumbing problems don't scare us. Not with years of experience and honest upfront pricing on our side. Right now, you can get free plumbing assessment on all fixtures with any paid plumbing service. It's the smart move to fix the issue now before it becomes bigger. So when you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, duckduckrooter.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH, Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Free oil change alert. Mike Dempsey here for Duval Ford Mobile Service. They're treating 8 listeners February 25th at the 1010 Studios during Jaguars Today. For your chance to win a free oil change, text OIL to 641-1010.
To infinity and beyond. The Jacksonville Icemen are back in town for Toy Story Jersey Night as they take on the Savannah Ghost Pirates February 14th at 7. It's a magical leap as the Icemen wear specialty Toy Story-inspired jerseys that evening. Don't miss the family fun for Toy Story Jersey Night this Saturday at 7. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman hockey is #Sub-Zero.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval, and that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
Ready to put your dream car in drive? Get solid rates for the road ahead when you finance with First Florida Credit Union. Enjoy competitive low rates, up to 90 days of no payments and budget-friendly protection plans. Whether you're buying a vehicle or refinancing, stop by a branch or apply online at firstflorida.org/autoloans. Membership eligibility required. Interest accrues during loan payment deferral period. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit firstflorida.org/autoloans.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Have you been thinking about selling your home and you haven't pulled the trigger?
Let me tell you about Chad and Sandy and the experts that will help you make that decision. Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building, so now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need to sell now, need to sell fast, need max price. Check, check, check. Chad and Sandy have the science behind it. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jonathan writes from Mount Pleasant. The only thing standing between me and my dream of hitting the road in my RV was selling my Mount Pleasant home. After hearing Chad and Sandy on the radio, I gave them a call. The results were unreal. In just 3 days, I had multiple offers at full asking price. So can you. Call the local experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy, 414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Know what I'm about, really my freedom and not
Number 55 in the middle, he's Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
And we'll get into one of the things, the NFL season may be kicking off in Australia. And for Aussie Jag, I'm happy.
Yeah.
For the rest of us, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not our team. We'll get into it. You played in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Right? In
1993.
What's called the American Bowl.
The American
People
Bowl.
forget about that,
Yeah.
right? And so you've got experience doing that. We'll get to that. Coming up, very curious to see what your experience was like and what you expect this to be like. They're talking about San Fran and the LA Rams opening up possibly on Wednesday, maybe even Thursday. So Thursday, you're in Australia. And granted, you'll not play that weekend, but it'll be like playing Thursday Night Football and then coming back from Australia.
Right.
Because there's some talk they were going to play it like a full Sunday prior to opening weekend, and give them basically an extra bye week, to recover from coming back. And they said no. I don't know if they think that's a competitive advantage. It feels like a competitive disadvantage to have to go all the way around the world.
No doubt. What is that, like a day travel even from the West Coast?
It seems like exactly, and that they are West Coast teams, but it's a long, way over there.
Open water,
long way over there. Tony is googling right now. What do you got? Flight time from San Fran,
14.5 to 15.5 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's how long it was from Minneapolis to
15
Tokyo
to 16.
when we flew.
Total travel time can exceed 20 hours for routes requiring stops. I'm guessing they're not going to be
stopping.
Ma and Pa making a trip to New Zealand are not going to be
stop off and get some gas.
Yeah, we gotta pick up anybody connecting in Midway or anything like that.
Yeah,
all right.
right.
Let's go to the phone lines for the first time this morning. We'll get into this ranking of the top 63 quarterbacks that NFL.com put out. By the way, the QBs just before we go to the lines here, ahead of Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Drake May, Justin Herbert. So we'll discuss, and what they did to put them in that position compared to what Trevor Lawrence did last year. Again, I'm not sure he shouldn't be higher on this list just based on the 1 year sample. But again, we'll look at that moving forward. Let's go to Chris on the north side to kick things off this morning. Chris, you're on Jaguars Today. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Friday to you.
Same to you.
Yes. To answer your question, I would put Trevor in the top 5. I think it's finally flipped for him. I think he'd be ahead of Drake May. And since we're in the offseason, I did have one question that's kind of been bothering me, and that is why in the NFL, when the players are on the bench, do we have to have 8 guys holding up PVC pipes with some sort of fish netting over the top to give them shade? And then you watch a college game and they have like professionally built covers over their benches. And I never understood that. Maybe Tommy, you could answer that for me.
All right, Chris, thank you. I'm literally never once thought about it.
Misters, but I don't even. Yeah, I wouldn't even think about it, to be honest with you. I remember the old heaters. You stick your feet in the the bottom of the, where the seat was. They had a door that would just open if you kicked it, moved it hard enough. And then you warm up your feet.
Yeah, I don't know much about how it works in college, but I believe in the NFL, anything you have for yourself, you have to provide for an opponent.
Makes sense.
In that regard, which does make sense. And I think a bunch of teams just go, figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of the way that they deal with it. It's like, we're going to get our guys shade. If you want to get your guys shade, hold up the stick.
Yep.
Right?
But no, wait a minute. Aren't you just saying if you provide it for one team, you got to provide it for both?
Yes.
Right? So then how are you saying that
you mean
the
the
team
sticks
is saying
would be
figure
on
it out
both?
yourself? Well, like if the Jaguars were to put something on their benches that had a cover,
but I don't think they put it on their benches. I think someone comes out and holds it.
Yeah.
It's the way that it works, even on the Jaguars sideline. So they're
right. That's what my point. I guess the point of Chris was why not make it
Like
something that you don't have to have the dude
Right.
holding up something.
I don't know
on the sideline.
I don't remember the cover.
I don't because you didn't. You probably didn't have one.
affect us as much as it affects people today. I know. I'm kidding, but there was no. I don't remember coming to a sideline and being like covered.
I don't think they
for the Heat.
It was like that back then. I think you look at more. I mean, there's so much money going into these programs. How much money would it cost to put covers on there? Maybe it's just not a big thing. But you would think, on times when the Heat's beating down on the fans, then maybe they'd feel the same way. I don't know. I guess what's the hotter side of the stadium though? Isn't it
East
the visitor side? Right,
Yeah.
the east. That's where the visitors are.
Right.
So maybe you figure. We'll tough it out. If we need it, we'll have somebody run out here. It's going to hurt them more than it hurts us. That could be the answer.
Yeah. That's why they put them on that side. They're not putting the home team over there.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, I've heard plenty of fans who sit in the stands say, hey, that's a reality when you're out there in September. That heat is,
no doubt.
Afternoon, it's beating on you on that side of the stadium. So
sure.
Anyway, never really thought much about it, Chris. But
good question.
You know what? When maybe Brian Sexton seems like a guy who
he
might
would know
the answer to that.
I just ran into Brian at Publix yesterday.
You? Okay, good. He's back.
Yeah.
He was. I talked to him.
Costa Rica.
He was in Costa Rica last week doing a mission.
That's right. 6A Ministries went down there, man.
Good for him.
Great job. Yeah.
Good for him. He's going to join us here coming up soon. Talk a little off season. Not today. I didn't mean soon. That soon.
Right.
Relatively
speaking.
Come on before Brian's listening right now. He's like, what? I didn't know that.
Big off season. I mean, lots.
That's
lots
huge,
to do.
man. I mean,
Lots to do.
I love Liam Cohen's like, hey, no steps back. No.
I love the F-bombs just in regular meetings. I just love it.
That's I mean, look, half the time RJ puts an open together now for the show. He's bleeping Liam Cohen.
But even when he's not like yelling or excited or jumping around, it's like he's into me. It's like, hey guys, year number 2 is the biggest beeping year. I'm like this guy. I could sit there and listen to that, get all fired up. Like, yeah, you're right, Coach.
Doesn't take much for Tom.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Mac, also on the north side, next up here on Jaguars Today. Mac, good morning.
Good morning, folks. I got one for Tom, and I got for my buddy Tom, and I got one for you, Mike. Tom,
hey, Mac.
What years and the actual year and what country you played in overseas, if you've done it at all?
1993, I played in the American Bowl in Tokyo, played in the Tokyo Dome. I was trying out for the Saints, and we played the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 1 of the preseason. Joe Theismann and Mike, I forget, but they called the game.
Patrick.
Mike Patrick,
yes.
They called the game, which was interesting because it was a hellacious travel. I mean, it took forever to get there. We were only there 3-4 days, and then right after the game, you're going back. So I was surprised that, because they cut it out. I think that was the only year. Maybe they did it 1 year after that because it was just too much logistically. That's a way out there, to go. So it was, are they obviously going to Australia? They're thinking, we'll go that far. Maybe they do go back, to the Far East. But yeah, man, that was quite. And I was a rookie too, undrafted rookie, and nobody was even talking to me. So I literally talked to myself for like 20 hours on a flight. It was brutal.
Google tells me San Fran, because they're one of the teams I just picked. San Fran to Tokyo is anywhere from 11 to 12 and a half hours, I guess, depending on wind conditions and whatever. Right. And Australia is up to 16.
Right.
So
a little different.
Even further.
Right.
Right. And you were talking about how awful it was to travel in and out like that.
I didn't like it, but, again, maybe if I, was a veteran who had some money, could have some fun while I was in Tokyo, I'd have thought of it a little different, but I didn't too much.
Mac, what else you got?
Mike, this is probably a crazy question. Is 16 overseas international games, that's logistically impossible. This commissioner is just crazy on these international games.
Why I don't understand why 16 is logistically impossible. Like, if you can do 8 or 9, why can't you do 16?
Right.
That's the rumor I've been hearing on national radio.
Yeah, no, it's going to happen, Mac. Yeah. I mean, they've talked. It might even be 17.
Yeah,
because
every year everyone's going to play a game.
Everyone's going to play a game, and I wonder if it gets to that. Does the Jags game in London count as that? Like, do they? Because you would think if you were really if the Jags didn't have that kind of semi-permanent condition in Wembley Stadium, and you were just starting this out 1 year, you'd have 16 teams that are the home team giving up a home game. The next year, you'd want them to be road games. Now, I don't know how easy that is to match up those schedules that you can make all those. Are those 16 teams definitely going to play at one of those other teams? You know what I mean? It might get to the point where you've got to be the road team a couple years in a row or whatever, but I don't know what's going to happen. Like, is the Jags game in London going to count as a standalone?
Right.
Or is that part of the formula? And then they're never giving up a road game. They're only giving up a home game. So does that mess? Because, I would think they'd want to keep it balanced between how often they're making you a home team or a road team out of those 16 international games. I think the Jags are an exception because they're kind of like the one team that does it every single year. But logistically, look, the logistics of going to Australia are one thing. But if you can send one or a pair of teams over to Germany,
right?
Which is Spain.
Last
London.
Year.
Why can't you do it every single week? I mean, that's, at least, I'm not saying the same team over and over again.
No, you change teams, right.
But, I don't see how the logistics are going to be.
As long as the league feels like it's a moneymaker, it's going to happen.
Look, they're going to Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So
and if it means
Europe
the Jags,
or South America is nothing.
If it means the Jags every other season are doing what they did a couple of years ago where they played back-to-back games in London, one is the road and one is the home team, that may be how it goes, but I don't know.
If it ever gets to multiple home games post-stadium opening in 28, that's going to be an issue for a lot of Jaguar fans. A lot.
I wonder if that 18th game that gets floated around, maybe that's for that the international expansion type game.
It may be. But
that's a
then
lot,
why are the players saying no if they want to be ambassadors for the sport, Mr. Goodell? I just don't believe it.
I wouldn't want to.
I don't think players
are
walking up saying, "I want to be an ambassador."
I'd go on them in the off season if I want. I don't mind playing in the United States.
What if they play a December game in Cancun?
Okay, maybe you can twist my arm.
Why haven't they thought of that yet? All right, and maybe it's they don't schedule it ahead of time.
Right.
They just go
Surprises.
with 2 teams that are eliminated, right? And on short notice, because that's always the thing. 1, 2, 3 Cancun when you break the huddle, right? When you're eliminated in December. All right, John on the west side. Before we hit the break, John, you're on Jaguars Today. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Question of the day, I'd have to say Lawrence is at least top 5, top 10 in the league. This question's for Tommy because you're a linebacker.
Okay.
On Devin Lloyd, and this is no way a slight on him because he was so good this year. But for the last couple of years, he was been victimized and picked on, and they didn't even pick up his option. And all of a sudden now he's like the lights came on. Is he a system or a victim of the scheme, or what happened that just turned this guy around? Is it the new DC? I mean, I'm just curious as to how a guy can go to like not even being interested from the ownership of getting his option to now he's going to command top money. And I'm just curious what exactly happened, and I'll take your comments off the air.
All right. Thanks for the call.
It's why don't you hold that thought?
Okay.
It is a great question,
great
honestly,
question.
right? Like, because it happens all the time. People say, "Oh, it's a contract year."
Yeah.
It's not that simple. I don't think Devin Lloyd just decided, well, this year I'm going to really play super high level football. So let's let Tom dwell on that. You are a linebacker. You should have good insight into this. So we'll discuss that when we return. John, thank you for the question as we continue along here. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Fall in love with a new Chevy at Nimnick Chevrolet. Frank Frangie here. Right now, save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 1.9%. Unlike most dealerships, Nimnick Chevrolet has the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. And with their extensive selection, you're sure to find your perfect truck or SUV at Nimnick. Shop online 24/7 at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership at the corner of Park and Cassett. So who's got more new vehicles at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and if you think Closets by Design is just closets, you've got to see their brand new showroom at Phillips & Emerson. It's amazing what they can do. See for yourself how they custom design organization for any space. Garages, laundry rooms, bedrooms, even the man cave. It's all about smart storage that fits your lifestyle and budget. Schedule an appointment to meet with a design consultant and tour the showroom for ideas you can see and touch. Start at closetsbydesign.com.
Electrical problems? Call American Electrical Contracting. 737-7770. Small jobs or large, they do them all. Work with a locally owned and operated company that will wire it right at a fair price. It's not just a slogan, it's the way they do business.
Golf for a great cause. It's the UNF4 Scholarship Golf Classic, Friday, March 27th at Queens Harbor. Support the Swoop Impact Fund with a sponsorship or foursome. Contact jc.wegner@unf.edu.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
Jacksonville is the flip side of Florida. And inside the flip side, the action never stops. If you're tired of hearing about the best games after the final whistle, don't get left on the sidelines. Whether it's a unique sporting event you've never seen, a weekend with the family, or a winning date night, Visit Jacksonville is your ultimate playbook. Get in the game. Head to visitjacksonville.com/locals or download the Visit Jax app today and see everything coming in 2026. Jacksonville. Experience the flip side.
At the First Coast YMCA, there's no place like this place, with programs and experiences that will bring your whole family together. Summer will be here before we know it, and Y Summer Day Camp registration is now open. Visit your local Y to secure your child's spot early for a season full of memories and adventure. Don't delay. Day camps will fill up. There's no place like this place, so visit your local Y to sign up or online at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, I've heard you talk about the quality philosophy of Underwoods. Just what is that?
Frank, simply stated, the Underwood quality philosophy is fine jewelry and gifts will bring customers back and create new customers through the endorsements given to Underwoods by our satisfied customers. However, it's our definition of quality that's really been the Underwood difference, because quality has to go beyond materials and craftsmanship and has to include things like design, how it's presented, our service, our integrity, a customer's experience in our store, and the satisfaction a customer feels when they've chosen a special gift from Underwoods. A person or a company earns a reputation over a long period of time. And in Underwoods, we know that you earn your reputation every day, because that good reputation can be lost in a matter of days if you're not committed to doing the right thing for the long term.
That's Underwood, serving excellence in North Florida since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mac in the Middle, Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, Tom, before we move on to these quarterback rankings, just kind of go through it a little bit. You have alluded to it. You went to Tokyo, right? What were the challenges of traveling that far to play an NFL game, other than the fact that you were in a foreign country, you were, not making a bunch of money, in terms of just the logistics of doing it. And you got to assume that things are a little bit more streamlined. Now, 30 years later.
For the record, it was preseason, so we had a couple practices together too. Then we played the game, so it wasn't like we just
practices
flew
in Tokyo.
Right. I told you that story. Remember Herschel Walker lighting up the linebacker in punt block, and we were all like, "Holy cow, Herschel Walker just totally destroyed this linebacker in a punt block drill." But I tell you that, like, the traffic there was insane. So even getting to practice took forever. You're in a bus. You just go moving slow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's great for your body. You're over there 15 hours, all the time change, all the travel. And I think I think you're okay when you get there. Like if you're talking about playing a game, Australia or whatever, like I think it's the way back I don't know about. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like you said,
what's 16 hours in a plane like after you played an NFL game?
I mean, well, we did it. I mean, we did it in that preseason. We left right after, and it was not very comfortable. But what are you gonna do? You're stuck on a plane.
Right.
But even the veterans, they're in regular seats too, unlike they were sitting up front, reclining all the way back and that kind of stuff. So it was, challenging in that regard. I just think it's the you're off your schedule, the time, different, environment. I don't know.
All right, here's one I just thought of. The Jaguars are going to play in Australia. Okay, I'm making this up. Okay, whatever. They're on a plane, and they have 6, first-class size, reclining, very comfortable seats. Who gets the 6?
Okay.
For the Jags, based on. And what would you base it on? Merit based on,
Baselli definitely. He's like,
back then. Well, no. Just
you
players.
mean today?
Just players.
Just players. Okay.
Right. Just players.
Because the executives are upstairs on the double
deck. They
decker.
get the party deck.
Yeah.
Or whatever is going on.
I'm with
there.
you. I'm with you.
So which 6 players get the first class treatment? Got to get the quarterback.
Trev, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hines Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's next?
Jacoby, maybe. No, P. Wash. Based on what he's done last year, I'd give it to P. Wash.
Over, right now.
Picking on lineman. Who are you picking?
I'm not. Why do they all have to be on offense? I mean,
pick a D lineman. Who are you picking?
Other
than Josh
Hines, Devin Lloyd, if he was still on the team. I mean, based on last year, Devin would get one ahead of Josh Hines Allen.
Agreed.
Right?
Yes.
There were 2 seats.
Yep.
Trevor and Devin Lloyd would have them, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
If there were 3 seats, Travis Etienne would have one, in my opinion.
Based on last year.
Okay,
that's fair.
Because you got to earn it every year.
Right.
I think to some degree.
Like being named a captain almost.
Kind of, right? Yeah. There's just somewhat of a holder type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an interesting question. Like, who are the guys
6. Trying to think who else I'd give. I mean, P. Wash based on his year. If we're going based on that, great year. He's got to be in there.
I mean, if you're going to go with an offensive lineman, do you go with
CVL?
Do you?
He's all over the place.
What about Cam Little? Dude's out here setting NFL records.
Yeah,
the longest kicks in the league.
You got 2 All-Pros on your team. One of them's your long snapper. Does he not get a seat?
Does he get a seat?
Yes. I mean,
does he? I'm asking.
I think he deserves one. He's the only all-pro other than Devin.
I understand.
The all-pros get the seats.
All right, so then 2 seats, it's Devin Lloyd and Ross Madison.
Wow.
Are those the 2 seat holders?
You might have to do it.
And I guess that would be kind of the thing. Like, how would you determine the pecking order of all that? And I'm not saying, look, it works against the team dynamic. You're not trying to set up an us versus them.
Right.
This is more us kind of
messing around
and ranking the.
But you got to have the QB. Yeah. That's almost like you got to have the QB.
Especially when he's playing well.
Yeah.
Not every year, Trevor.
No, but past
2025, Trevor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a fun little thought exercise because I'm almost trying to put myself in the position of the team trying to anger as few players as possible. Like, how can I do this as fairly as I can?
You put Matisic there because nobody's going to,
no one's going to be mad at
He's
Ross.
An all-pro.
Right, the offense are going to only be mad at the defense and vice versa.
Like
they're going to be
you try to figure out these are the things that this is why they're there. It's not because we favor them. It's because Well, he's a Pro Bowler, so we're putting him up there.
Yeah.
You know?
and that's the thing. What are the criteria? What do you base it on? Is it the last year's most recent Pro Bowl recognition? Is it how they're playing? Let's be honest. Ross Madison, we love you for what you do. You're fantastic at your job. You're better at your job than I am at my job. Okay, I'm not knocking Ross Madison.
You're the best in your job.
You're the best in the league at your job.
Yeah.
You're the 45th most important guy on the roster?
You would have 5 snaps a game, depending on how much you score.
Like if you were to say we're going to lose a guy for the year, there are a lot of guys you'd say we can't afford to lose before your long snapper, no matter how good that guy is. Right. You're just going to have to find somebody else who can do it.
Okay. Well, you can't say that about a kicker, though, could you?
I don't.
Would you? What about
some
a punter?
kickers you could. I don't know. That's what makes this a tough thing. Who are the half dozen that deserve the first-class seats?
I mean, first of all, Logan Cook may kill you if you don't give him one, because that's what he says on the field. I'll kill you, man.
All right.
I'll kill you. I love our punters. He's got a little gangster in him.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's one of the best punters in the league. Shouldn't he be one of the best guys on players on the team?
I don't know. I mean, he definitely has he's good at what he does, but is what he does more important
than
anybody else? What about Foye? I mean, these are all good conversations, right?
He's a jack of all trades. Pass, run, blitz.
He's a very good player on this football team, so question about it.
Antonio Johnson, based on the year he had, 5 picks.
I might put LaQuint Allen in the last seat, and that way I'm not going to worry about whoever gets mad. LaQuint Allen's going to take care of my light work over here. He's going to get somebody's face. And you think Logan Cook's getting into first class if I've got LaQuint Allen defending?
Nobody wants a piece of LaQuint.
Sorry, right. He's taking on Jeffrey Simmons. He ain't afraid of a punter. All apologies to Logan Cook. Hey, this is kind of a fun exercise on who you think. Maybe we'll do that next week.
That's a good one.
That's
a good one. Not like Mount Rushmore. It's like who gets the seats.
Right, who gets the seats. And what are you basing that on?
I was about to say, that sounds like a Tuesday
top 6. That could be a Tuesday top 6, right? A Tuesday top 5/6 kind of thing. I mean, there's no reason it has to be 6. It could be 5.
Yeah, it can be whatever.
Certainly. And again, last year, if I'm basing it on last year, I'd probably go Trevor Lloyd, ETN, Cam Little, and I'm not sure. Like, those are 4. Like, Cam Little, man, is...
I got to throw Foye in there. I think he should have been he had better years than the Pro Bowl line.
Josh Hines Allen? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just posing the question. I'm not saying it's wrong.
No, I would say no. No, I'd say
we
Josh,
thought of this
Devin.
for all of 7 minutes, so it's not like we have
a spur of the moment stuff.
Right, a big plan in place. Yeah. Anyway, something to think about. Maybe we'll dig into that a little bit deeper next week. All right, let's take a time out here. We'll come back. Let's look at NFL.com's ranking of all the players who started the game at quarterback last year. Trevor Lawrence came in 6th. Where could he be at the end of the 2026 season? We'll talk about that coming up. Oh, yeah, and also, we did forget.
We forgot.
Totally forgot.
I was trying to give you a little...
That's all right. Yeah, but I finally picked up on it. Why did Devin Lloyd take off this year? That's what we'll start with.
Yeah, we're still stewing on it.
Shiny object got my attention, man. What are you going to do? All right, this is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here. If you're looking for the best selection of trucks in Jacksonville, well, you found the place. It's truck time at big number 1 Duval Ford. Duval Ford's got Jacksonville's largest selection of brand new trucks with massive discounts, over $10,000 off select models. That's right, savings you're not going to get anywhere else in Duval County. Your next truck is waiting for you at big number 1 Duval Ford. So why don't you swing by the showroom at 1616 Cassett Avenue or hop online to duvalford.com. It's truck time at Duval Ford.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. It's the Super Bowl of stock car racing.
The most anticipated moment in racing.
The Daytona 500. NASCAR is revved up by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction.
Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
If your home doesn't have a fireplace, CSS can install a beautiful electric or gas fireplace from Heat & Glow with no major remodel required. See their showroom or CSSOutdoor.com for a free estimate. CSS, you dream it, we build it.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, celebrating our 49th annual Valentine's Day sale. Come see our hand-picked inventory of thousands of pieces of fine jewelry, diamonds, and gemstones. This Valentine's Day, we have big discounts with jewelry for any budget. And with interest-free financing, you'll get the jewelry you love with a monthly payment you can afford. Monahans will also give you cash for your unwanted gold or silver, or trade it in for new jewelry and get greater value. Monahan Jewelers Valentine's Day sale with big savings in our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Patrick Young here, a.k.a. the Big PY, and you know I love my Florida Gators. Now you can hear my Gator basketball instant reaction following each Gator Hoops game. Look for my takes on the social channels of 1010XL, brought to you by VanguardSportsLeagues.com.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee in Folkestone. Man, was I impressed. You have to see these handcrafted cabins, but act fast. On this 1,000-acre farm, there will only be 250 cabins. Each phase has jumped in value, so come get your lot and lock in your equity. Enjoy living in harmony with nature, going to the grocery store in your own backyard, and connecting with people grounded in food and purpose. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Spring is almost here. Is your yard ready? Lucas Tree Service, a family-owned business with over 45 years of experience, is your local certified arborist for tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for residential or commercial properties. Protect your home, boost your curb appeal, and get top-notch service from a Jacksonville company. Make sure your trees are healthy and safe before summer hits. Schedule your tree inspection today at lucastreeservice.com.
Listen up, Googans. Hicken here, still talking skin. This time I want to give you some great advice for Valentine's Day. Look, don't buy anything that either dies or adds pounds. Go see the girls at Beaches Dermatology and get a gift card or even a specific skin treatment, one that will enhance her beauty, maybe even help her look like she did when y'all first met. It's possible. Skin treatment is very important, and a gift from Beaches Dermatology makes a perfect gift this Valentine's Day. For locations, go to beachesdermatology.com.
Most people think we only know sports around here, but they're wrong. Frank Franzi here. I also know who to turn to when I need a floral arrangement, and that's Kuhn Flowers. When you need to send that someone something special, rely on Kuhn Flowers, online at kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
Tommy Mac, that sandwich untouched over there?
Untouched. I usually wait around the 11 o'clock.
All right. I didn't know if you needed fuel because it's time to turn to your brain power right here. Okay?
That's the brain spinning.
Is that the noise it makes?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, how long have I been doing this show, Mike? The Jaguars today.
This show?
Yeah,
I don't know, how
5,
long?
6 years, 7 years, something like that?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
You'd think my brother Mike would know that I'm on the radio between 10 and 12 noon. I don't care if he's not from here.
Mike.
What are you
Money
doing?
Mike.
Money
What are
Mike.
What are you?
What are you doing, man?
What are you, an idiot? He's listening right now.
Yeah. Send a text, buddy.
What up, Mike?
Send a
Yeah,
text.
send a text. He's doing it on purpose.
Exactly.
See if he can hear,
maybe
hear
I
your
can
phone.
get him on the phone.
Hey, wait, let's see if his ringer's on.
Yeah.
Let's see if his ringer's on. Yeah. Mine was on yesterday. Somebody got me yesterday.
Yeah, so let's sing it up.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Devin Lloyd.
Yeah.
we all know his track record prior to this year. It wasn't good enough for this regime to pick up his fifth-year option, which was pointed out by our caller.
Yep.
What prompted his much higher level of play this year?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have picked it up either. I don't think he had proven to where you're just automatically going to pick that up. I've always thought Devin was very good against the run, and I stand by that. He's always around the football. He's a big hitter. I always felt like his coverage, it wasn't because of lack of talent. It was just lack of understanding of where he needed to be. And it wasn't just him all the time, too. Sometimes Foye was out of position, and man-to-man, when they were communicating with each other, who's got the, if they're doing an in-out, switching guys up. Remember, they were going to 4 wide and then bringing the fourth guy back, and, sometimes Devin wouldn't count him and whatnot and miss that. I think what they did is simplify it for him. Let me just give you something that's very I never understood why the past coordinators would do this, especially Nielsen. He would bring Savage, I think the safety, and then Devin Lloyd as backers, okay? And they both had the hook zone. Instead of just dropping them back to their own hook and keeping them square to the quarterback in the formation, they had them switch.
Crossing
each other to get to the other hook. One guy go to the other hook, the other guy go to the other. You know what I mean? Instead of why are you even doing that? Why do I have to turn?
Even if those players running those patterns weren't crossing each other.
Right, correct. No, on the snap, they would go to the other side. It was just like you're wasting movement, you're wasting time.
Is there a benefit to trying to confuse the quarterback?
I don't know. It didn't confuse many. I know that.
I understand. I'm just saying, but would that be the rationale for doing it?
Maybe that was Nielsen's thinking. But both coordinators, I remember, and I think it was Logs who was telling me off air and hearing him on air that there were times that they were splitting the coverage in half vertically. Okay, so they take half the field, right, and then you cut it, or you take the field and you cut it in half. One side would be zone, and the other side would be man. And to me, that's confusing as all get out. Like that would confuse me as like, when do you let him go? When do I stay on? Do I never let him go? Is he always my guy? I mean, typically when you play zone, it's the man that comes into your zone, you play him.
Until he's out of your zone.
Until he's out of your zone.
You hand him off.
Then another guy comes in. So that, to me, it was so confusing. But again, I never felt like it was talent. And this year, you noticed it was easier in far as the complexity of the scheme for Devin. But he also got better at open field coverage. I'd watch on the tape. He would do very well. Not every single time. He didn't shut guys down. I'm not saying that. Coverage is probably his weakest link, but I don't think it's as weak as people say or believe that it is. I think a lot of it was scheme and not talent, and I think what Campanelli did and the staff did was simplify it, use his best. Now, you're going to pay him for not what he's done in the past. You're going to pay him for what you believe he's going to do in the future, including next year. I think his upside's still very high. I think he's still young enough, and I want to see him get after the QB a lot more. I think he'd be that kind of player. Not necessarily, an outside rusher, but stunts inside. He does the games really well, the chips, where he chips the tackle, end comes underneath, those tackle end games. He's very good at that. So to me, I don't think it's a one-hit wonder. I think he's just been getting better, and better. They made him better in the passing game because they simplified what he had to do. Think about it. A lot of times he sat in the hole and he just read the quarterback, or just hustling the ball, tip pass, whatever it may be, always around the ball. So I don't think it's a one. And I've spoken to him. He doesn't seem, I don't know him that well. I only know him from a few conversations, but he doesn't seem like I'm playing for my contract here, and then I'm going to go back and put it in neutral. I think if he got any deal from anybody, he's going to be...
He's an ascending player.
He's an ascending player. He wants to be great. He loves the game of football. I love his physicality. But, yeah, man, I don't think it's what our caller was asking. He all of a sudden he has a really good year all the way around.
I don't think he was necessarily asking that. I think he was saying, is that part of it? Is that I don't think he was trying to steer you down that path.
Okay. And keep in mind, if we can, I forget what year, but remember when Devin had the cast, he dropped like 3 or 4 interceptions. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I forget what year that
so
was.
So he was in good position.
So he was always in good position. I always felt like his pass coverage, critique wasn't always warranted as some other people.
Well, PFF loved him. Always loved him. And we, anecdotally, it would be like,
okay,
looked like he wouldn't know where he was going on some of those coverage responsibilities.
Okay. Right. Give you an example of a play. Remember when Devontae Adams went down the field, the Jets down the middle, and he was trailing him, right? So that's cover 2, most likely. Cover 2, the Mike linebacker takes that tight end vertical when he goes down. But you're covering him knowing you have the safety over the top. Safety was nowhere near. So Devin he could have been a little bit closer, but he was close enough to where that ball had to go over him to get to Devontae. The safety should have came by and cleaned his clock and knocked the ball out. So my point is, he got a lot of grief for that play. Oh, look at him. He got beat by Devontae Adams down the middle. He didn't necessarily get beat. The play beat the coverage.
Right, he took him as far as he was supposed to.
He did his job with the help. That safety's got to be there. Got to help you out on those cover 2s.
All right. Well, hopefully that covers the answer. But mostly you put it on improved scheme. It sounds like
scheme and knowing his talents. Like that's part of the coordinator's
utilizing
job.
him well to fit in your scheme. Right.
Correct.
All right. Let's take a time out here. We'll get back to your phone calls coming up in hour number 2. Want to get onto these quarterback rankings. Obviously, your question of the day out there today is this. How do you feel about Trevor Lawrence heading into the offseason compared to his peers in the NFL? Is he a top 5 quarterback, top 10, middle of the pack, or just simply not the guy at all, despite what your eyes showed you last year on the field? Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and RJ Saunders here with you. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Each one of us remembers when we felt it the first time, when you looked up and down those bleachers and saw 90,000 saluting alongside you. When you first saw a Gator.
1010XL.
Pickett here. Restore comfort and confidence with oculoplastic specialist Mary Kate Wilson, MD, at the Eye Associates, Jacksonville's expert in oculofacial plastic and reconstructive care. Dr. Wilson specializes in eyelid surgery, cosmetic and reconstructive procedures, and treatments, always with a personalized approach. Now seeing patients at the Beaches, Southside, and St. John's locations. To schedule your consultation with Dr. Wilson, call the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Like to learn how to fly an airplane? Well, you're not alone. High Flying Jacko here, inviting you to listen Sunday morning. We'll start your aviation career with a 60-minute ride on the airwaves of 1010XL. The High Flying Show, Sunday at 9 on 1010XL.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you ready for another historic season at the bench? It's time to lock in your seats for 2026 by placing your deposit now. Next season will be played at Everbank Stadium, but seating capacity is limited due to in-bowl renovations, and spots are going fast. Don't miss out on your chance to see the season's biggest matchups and highlight real moments by placing your deposit at jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. Go Jags! Instant Keys is turning 25, a quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish.
Seriously, it was just in my pocket.
Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For honest, professional locksmith service, use Instant Keys.
Tara Lagaman here for Local Fair Jacks. Fresh, local produce, eggs, and meat delivered right to your door. It's where Jeff and I shop because we know exactly where our food is coming from. There's no scary recalls, just trusted local farmers. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, company mascot at your service.
There are 2 important steps to installing the perfect garage floor. The 2-stage coating application? Sure. But nothing is more important than preparing the floor. Our team uses diamond grinding machines to grind your floors to a smooth, level finish. Only then can we...
Hold on! You grind garage floors with perfectly lovely diamonds?
No, Chester. We grind floors to perfection using the very best ugly diamonds. Too ugly for jewelry, but perfect for the grinding pads we use to prep the surface.
Perfect preparation and application. Now that's a perfect marriage.
Ugly diamonds?
Check. Perfect preparation?
Check. Smooth, gorgeous, gleaming floors that really catch your eye? Checkmate! Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate. Visit checkmatecoatings.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Florida State baseball senior Ben Barrett, junior Kyle Fisher, and sophomore Miles Bailey have been selected as the team's captains. As head coach Link Jarrett has announced, Barrett, a right-handed pitcher from Orlando, is in his 4th season with the Seminoles. Fisher, an infielder from Wisconsin, is in his 3rd year, and Garrett is a first baseman from Tallahassee in his 2nd season with his hometown team. All 3 have spent their entire collegiate careers at FSU. Right now, 59 degrees at 11 o'clock. Time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mackin' with Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, Tommy Mack in a house on this Friday afternoon. Any dad bods on the horizon?
March 7th, we're at the local in Ponte Vedra. Back at the new local in Ponte Vedra Beach.
You know what March 5th is?
The Ides of March.
That's the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good guess. Though.
Okay.
It's J-Fun. Wine tasting.
Oh,
gala.
Nice.
Baseball grounds.
Beautiful. Yeah, so that's
what
Thursday,
is that?
and
Is
then we play
ViStar?
Saturday.
What is that ballpark called? I just call it the baseball grounds.
Oh, it's at the baseball grounds.
It's at the baseball grounds.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding.
New venue.
Oh, right. Well, because of the construction.
I imagine so.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Cool. That'd be fun.
That's always fun.
Man, I'd love to try to hit a baseball. Like slow pitch. You know, no one whipping a fastball at me.
Bro, I haven't swung a bat.
I know. That'd be wild, though.
In a while.
Like your hand-eye, would it come back at all?
I don't know how quickly that would come back. It would depend on you'd probably need to work up to it.
It's a skill.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Man, we had batting cages. Are there batting cages around? Like coin-operated batting cages?
Yeah.
Are there?
Remember those? Those were great.
Man. I used to go in, I used to mess around with switch hitting. And I'd go to the cages and just hit left-handed.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah. The best for me, I loved playing against the garage door. My dad didn't like it very much, but with the tennis ball,
of course.
Have a pitcher, have a hitter, and then if you had a third, you'd have a fielder.
Bro, we went,
great.
My wife and I just drove through DeLand recently and just go by the old homestead. We always drive by to see what kind of shape the house I mostly grew up in is in and everything. And me and my buddy, his name was Robert Redd. Okay, R-E-D-D. Had the reddest freaking hair you've ever seen in your life, too, right? It was like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But he was a lefty, and we were such little baseball geeks. I mean, hardcore.
Yeah.
He would be the National League, I'd be the American League,
Mm-hmm.
and we would put together our all-time lineup, like Babe Ruth playing right field, batting third, and you'd have to bat like the guy. You'd have to, if he was a lefty, you had to bat lefty and the whole thing. And so
Would you try to impersonate their swing?
Yes, if you knew it. If you knew it. Like, I could do, like, Yastrzemski. I could do a few guys. You could do Joe Morgan with the elbow going crazy. And things like that. But, most guys, Rod Carew had a little funny way he looped the bat and kind of hung it over there. But, over the house is like the Green Monster almost, because it was where it was located, right? And we get these, they were hollow. And they had seams on them like a baseball, but they were just spongy, hollow balls. And you could make that thing break 10 feet.
Wow.
And we'd have a backstop. And if you hit the backstop, it was a called strike. So you could throw that breaker in there, come in somebody's blind spot and just tick the corner. It was like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And if you took it over the house, it's a home run. Right? And on a rare occasion, you go over the house, over the backyard, into the next neighbor's yard. That was the big shot right there.
Yeah.
I went back and looked. I'm like, man, that thing is so tiny. That yard was so tiny. It felt so big.
Yeah, it's funny. Yesterday, somebody on the text line was talking about his big high school moment was that he pushed Seatric Faison out of bounds. Right? Like, that's his big athletic achievement. And he was like, what's yours, Tony? I was like, I don't know, right? But this story made me think of something. I grew up, my next door neighbor was Eric Hurley. He's a first-round pick. Right? So I've hit Eric Hurley. Like, I got hits, growing up as my neighbor. He pitched to me. I get it in play, right? Like, I could do that.
Sure.
So I can say I've done that.
I was a front yard all-star, baby.
Yeah. Now I was 4 years older than him, so that means whatever it means. But
I think what happened, the guy who texted Tony thought you had donned the pads, as Hacker likes to say. That was what it was. I think he thought you guys came up together playing Wolfson JV football.
Yeah, he's a year under me, but no, we didn't play together.
So that was.
We played in a cul-de-sac too. Like, you'd have trees as bases and
everything. Right.
Oh, so great.
Right. There was a tree in my yard that was basically first base.
Okay.
And you could also throw the ball at the guy.
Right.
And you could throw if you hit him. It's an out.
It's an out. Right.
Because it didn't hurt you.
Kickball rules. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, what a blast, man! How my arm didn't fall off back in the day. We'd pitch
all the time.
We'd pitch all day long.
Yep. And then if you got bored of baseball, you go play hoop. You shoot hoop.
Play whatever.
In the front yard.
Yeah, you play football, tackle in the grass, tag in the street.
We just had like a random bag of balls in the garage.
Yeah.
There were kickballs in there. There were baseballs in there. And we just bring them out and dump them out and be like, what are we going to do with these today?
And then we'd use a can
Make
if
a
we
game.
didn't have any
whatever.
And on rainy days, all the kids would come over and we'd play Risk.
We used to, at school, I remember at school at lunch in 7th grade, we'd play pickle, hot box. We'd call it hot box back then. And whatever the hot dog wrappers, the kind of foil on one side and not on the other, right, that you'd get at school, you get a hot dog. So we'd wrap them up and we'd get masking tape. And we'd just wrap those hot dog wrappers with masking tape, and that's what we played with.
Get a broomstick.
That was after walking to school uphill 17 miles.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah, barefoot.
Absolutely. All right. Regina is in Mandarin. Great friend of the program here. Good morning, Regina. How are you?
Regina?
Good morning, guys, and happy Valentine's Day weekend.
Likewise.
To,
Thank you very much.
Jaguar fandom. I think Trevor's going to just take off. I mean, he has confidence. He got nominated for MVP and Best Improved Player. I think he's just going to go top 5. Number 2, I have 2 questions. One's for Tommy Mack. Listening to the opening of your show, do you think that Jarian Jones could step into Devin Lloyd's place? Because I don't think they're going to sign Devin Lloyd again. I just don't think they hasn't been any talk about it. I mean, it's very hush-hush if it's going to happen, but, there's nothing about it. And number 2, I'm trying to understand the brouhaha about why should the Patriots be fined for not disclosing Drake May's injection. That it sounds pretty cloudy. Another Deflategate, another whatever's going on.
All right.
You know?
No, we got you, Regina. We appreciate
Thanks,
it. Let us
Regina.
weigh in on it. The Drake May thing, the way I understand the injury report is if you're questionable, it means you're questionable whether or not you're going to be able to play. Right. If there's no question of whether you're playing or not, and he practiced, you can have an injury and not be on the injury report. If you're 100%, there's no doubt that you're playing on Sunday. So
they got rid of probable.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no so
did they?
Yeah, there's no probable anymore.
Okay.
And there's no there is doubtful.
Doubtful, right. Or out.
But you don't if there's no question that you're playing.
Yeah.
Then you don't I don't have any issue with what they did with the injury report.
And you know what? A lot of guys get shots before the games. Whatever.
Right. I don't think it was any kind of
deal.
Trying to is it gaming the system a little bit? Yes, but not even in a cheating kind of way. I think by the letter of the law, they were fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was laughing about it during the coin toss. They announced all the captains. I was like, "Where's Drake May?" Like the room I was in, they heard the name. They were like, "Where is he?" I was like, "Hey, he's probably getting a shot for
probably
that arm."
Probably so, and it's what he was doing.
Right, it's like okay.
I think I wonder if Regina is confusing Jarian Jones with Ventrell Miller. Here,
maybe
right because obviously Jarian being a corner and Devin being a linebacker.
Yeah,
but is there an in-house how confident would you be in Ventrell Miller, or are you looking to if Devin Lloyd signs somewhere else? Are you immediately thinking this is a hole we've got to fill from outside the roster?
No, but I would say I think Ventrell can handle most of the duties that Devin does, coverage and against the run. But with that being said, I want to make sure that, I'm putting money and resources to finding me another pass rusher because I do think Devin can do that pretty well. He was like third in pressures. Now pressures, I don't feel that whatever, but he had 25 of them. So he was getting around the QB. I don't know if Ventrell Miller's that kind of guy. I think, I said it earlier with Devin Lloyd, one of his best attributes aside from the run in his rushing aspect. I go back to when Joel Schmingy was our bat. We had a bat package, and Joel was the bat. And all Joel did, Joel's a great pass rusher. All he did was he'd either line up against the side by the nose or one of the ends and then work those chip games, right? Where he chips the tackle, the end comes underneath, or he chips the center and the nose comes underneath, all those stuff. And it was very effective pass rushing package. Devin Lloyd to me is like the perfect bat. Like he can do that all day long. And they were doing it a little bit. They got away from it. I don't really know why, but to me, he can do that. Now, I don't think Ventrell, that's his game. I think Ventrell's better in space, taking a chance on the run. He's physical, Ventrell is. I think because the size difference, Devin gets off blocks really well. I mean, he can handle those blocks when they come out at him. He can hit and shed pretty darn well. I don't know if Ventrell, that's it, because he's just a little bit smaller. I'd rather have him in space using that athletic ability. So to answer your question, I don't think he does everything Devin does, but can you supplement that with another player that allows you, because you're not spending the money on Devin, maybe you bring in Boye Mafe if you get him. I'm just throwing a name out there. Somebody that could help you with rushing the passer, because to me, that's number one. Like you got to change the way you get after the quarterback for a consistent type base.
Just about everybody agrees with that.
I mean, that's an easy one.
All right, we'll come back. Let's get into these quarterback rankings. Thank you, Regina, as always. Tom McManus in studio with us. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL takes you inside the program director's office with Dan and Jeff.
I like you boys.
The Drill.
Which is why I'm giving you another chance.
Mornings on 1010XL.
I suggest you be on your best behavior.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Money pages in your mailbox right now.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
Budweiser reminds us to drink wiser, like hydrating between beers. It keeps the fun going longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
Skilled trade jobs are booming. You can begin a high-pay, high-demand career right now through the Northeast Florida Builders Association. Their apprenticeship program provides paid training in some of the most highly sought-after skilled trades. Work full-time in carpentry, electrical, HVAC, or plumbing, plus earn a 10% raise every year. And the classes, 100% tuition-free. Apply online starting March 10th and start your new career now at NEFBAapprenticeship.org.
No one knows more about fishing the first coast than Captain Kevin Favor. The Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services. And Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
What Major League Baseball pitcher won over 500 games and pitched 749 complete games?
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
With 511 wins and 749 complete games, Cy Young's record won't be matched.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Hey gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, so Nick Shook over at NFL.com put together an endeavor where he ranked all 63 starting quarterbacks. 63 quarterbacks started at least one game.
Okay.
So basically 2 per team, right? Isn't that crazy? Because most of that, a lot of that's due to injury. Some of it's due to ineffectiveness as well. But a lot of quarterbacks that are not very good that get to play in the NFL, at least not good by the top of the NFL standards.
Right.
Here are the guys that he put in tier 1.
Okay.
In this one, this is only based on 2025. Okay. Matt Stafford at number 1. He won the MVP, right? And this includes postseason as well. And he put up big numbers against Seattle. Just didn't win. Josh Allen. I don't really have a problem with that.
No.
You know, Dak Prescott, it's interesting, but you look at his numbers. 4,500 yards, 30 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions. couple of rushing TDs as well. So 32 total TDs with 4,500 yards. Compare that to 4,200 rushing. And what did Trevor have? What was it?
390. Are you talking about rushing?
What was his total touchdown total?
32 to 14.
All right, this is what's
With
confusing
the
me.
rushing touchdowns, it's 41.
He's rolling in the postseason.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's rolling in the postseason
Gotcha.
numbers. Okay, so 4,200 yards. So Dak did all that in the regular season, obviously. Trevor did it, including that one postseason game, and 41 total touchdowns. Anyway, Dak at number 3. Drake May. Look, you can argue the level of competition all you like, but he was runner-up for MVP. Now, he wasn't great in the postseason. Yeah. Very shaky. A lot of turnovers.
He, I will say, at 72% completion and throwing the ball almost 9 yards down the field. His YPA was almost 9 all year long.
It was crazy.
So he was getting some work done.
Isn't it crazy? Like Trevor, one of the knocks against Trevor was ball security in the pocket, right? Mm-hmm. It needs to be better at that. 5 fumbles this year. I don't think that's an egregiously high
he cleaned it up
amount.
Sure.
Drake May had 15. Now, I felt like a lot of them came in the postseason. He had the one game they fumbled 4 times in the postseason.
Yep.
So he was in at number 4, and Justin Herbert at number 5, which I can't really. I mean, okay, completion percentage, sure. Trevor Lawrence threw for about 350 more yards. 7.2 to 7.1 yards per attempt. Yeah. So that's a push.
What's his completion percentage?
66 to compare to 61, basically. Yeah. But Trevor, 32 touchdown passes and 9 rushing TDs compared to 26 and 2. That's a pretty big disparity between the two. 5 fumbles for Trevor, 9 for Justin Herbert. People, the offensive line. All right, but he played the way he played.
Sure.
The conditions are a thing. I would not have put Justin Herbert ahead of Trevor Lawrence for the way he played this year. Now, this is not the same as necessarily how you feel in the big picture, because obviously you got a lot of other guys, including Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Mahomes, by the way, was 13th. I don't even know if he should have been that high based on the way his season went this year. Some other guy like Baker Mayfield last year might have been top 5.
Right.
This year came in 17th.
Yeah, he didn't.
So it's a 1-to-1. So how many guys? I'm not saying who would you take. We're all good. We'll all take Trevor, right? We got it. We're not trying to trade for another quarterback here.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying who should be considered higher in the quarterback hierarchy in the National Football League right now than Trevor Lawrence, all right? Would you give Josh Allen? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say that's 100% fair, right? Josh Allen, for sure. What about Stafford?
Yeah,
I'd say that's fair too, right? Dak Prescott.
Not definitely.
I don't think definitely,
I
right?
don't think definitely.
I mean, you can. There's a conversation to have.
Like even with the 7 names that we just went down with there that they had in the tier 1, I was thinking there's a really good argument to be made that Trevor Lawrence should have been ahead of Dak, Justin Herbert. For sure.
Dak, and even Drake May.
Right. The May thing is
when you're rolling the postseason.
Yeah, like he did finish second in the MVP vote, so okay. Like you kind of go, okay.
But did he get exposed when he played? And when you consider you look at the exact same offenses or defenses, excuse me, that Drake May faced in the postseason, Trevor faced them all.
Oh yeah.
And his numbers dwarf Drake May.
For sure.
And the Jags' overall offensive production, they're playing this team. Well,
Nobody
we put up
else,
34 on Denver.
Yeah. Nobody else did to Denver what Jacksonville did to
Nobody.
Denver.
That's right.
Right? The last time they played Houston, they put up 29. Now they collapsed and lost the game, but they put up 29. They destroyed the Chargers.
Yep.
What did New England beat them? 16-3?
Yep.
Put up 35 on them.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And Seattle, even Seattle.
20-12.
20-12, right? I mean, it's probably comparable. I don't think there's any case where Drake May blew him away. Or put it this way, the Patriots offense blew the Jags away. You can debate that if you like. Would you put May ahead of Trevor Lawrence now?
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I wouldn't definitively say Trevor's better, but again, that's the Dak Prescott, Drake May. It's a bundle. Who are the guys that are definitely ahead of him?
The discussion is who's definitely ahead of him.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, we're going with Stafford and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you feel about Lamar Jackson?
I'd still say yes.
I would put a 2-time MVP ahead too, right? And look, Trevor has has won a playoff game. Lamar's won a playoff.
Yeah.
He hasn't had much postseason success, but his regular season success has been.
Yeah, especially when he's healthy, he's one of the best.
And they got they have Lamar at 11 on the list this year, but they do have it year by year. He's been the number one quarterback in their rankings 3 times.
3 times, right. He was 1-1, 12-14, 7-1, and 23.
When healthy, he's unbelievable.
Right. So that's I read that backwards, actually. He started out at 23. Second year he was number 1. Then he was 7. Then he was 14, 12. And the last 2 years he was number 1. So they listed him kind of going backwards. What about Sam Darnold?
Trevor.
Yeah, I would take Trevor. I'd take Trevor.
Sam Darnold threw for 4,700 yards this year.
I know.
I mean,
he's got all the tools just like Trevor does.
Trevor tops him with his feet by a good margin. I mean, Sam Darnold's just not a runner.
No, but if he was, though, he'd be pretty good. He's pretty athletic, that guy.
Got 109 rushing yards and no touchdowns.
You don't take off.
You know?
Yeah.
A lot of fumbles. I remember when Ian Furness came on, who covers Seattle this year, and he said he thought Seattle would win because they clearly had the advantage at quarterback. And, for a week, he was definitely right. I don't know. I think Darnold has earned his spot at least in this conversation at this moment.
I think if Darnold has another season like he had this year, next year, the conversation changes with this kind of thing for me. But this is the first top 10-ish season Sam Darnold's ever had.
What about last year?
Look,
they won 14 games.
On the rankings they have there, he was 13 last year.
Okay.
Right? Like, it's kind of right on the edge of being a guy that I would put in that kind of thing. I don't think it's a crazy gap between Trevor Lawrence and Sam Darnold necessarily right now, but I don't put Darnold in the definitely better than Trevor camp.
Mahomes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Burrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Trevor, we would all agree, I think, falls outside the top 5 currently, right? Because you got, I'm not going to, if you judge year by year, then Trevor's up, down, right? And so for Mahomes to have a down year and get hurt, to say that Mahomes has not earned a spot on not the how they played in 2025 list, but in the hierarchy of where things stand right now.
Who would you take ahead of Trevor?
I'd take Mahomes.
No, I
sure.
know.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what we're doing.
And I'm answering
That's what we're doing.
No, I'm with you. So I think for all of us, he's going to fall between that 6 and 10 range. And you can debate
right around 8.
Most of those guys.
And because it's 6 and 10, then he's got a chance to get to 5.
Absolutely.
He's got a chance to catch one of them.
Yeah.
If he has another year like he just had, then the discussion will be very
Who's
hot.
top 5 for you guys right now?
I think we just kind of Stafford.
Yep.
Right. I mean, at the moment, Josh Allen, Mahomes,
Burrow,
Lamar,
yeah.
might be the 5.
It's hard to.
It's hard to knock one.
Anybody's better than those
now
guys.
another year of any of those guys struggling, and if Trevor plays
going
the
back,
way he did in the second half for the whole year, but let's see that as well. I mean, I think he's top 10 with upside. I mean, and which is a far cry from where a lot of people thought he'd ever get. Based on now initially, maybe the best thing going, right? But then as time went on,
since halfway through 23,
right? Let's can he be a top half of the league kind of guy? Well, he's kind of a top third of the league guy right now, and maybe even higher. Here he's ranked just based on last year. He's in the top 20%, of the National Football League. So it's interesting. I don't know how widespread that opinion is, or if people are. I think there'd be a lot of let's see him do it again. But I appreciate Nick Shook just saying this is a snapshot of this year and how it went.
Well, I'll tell you just from the eye test, one thing Trevor did do a lot, I think, this year is he brought his team back to gain leads late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He did that a lot. And, no, he's rewarded for it, but he did. He would lead them back, not just him, play calm, and with all that, but he did, man. He put that team and regained a lot of leads throughout the year.
You know who else did that? Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Where would you put him compared to Trevor?
I'd give the nod to Trev, but Caleb's he's going to be interesting to watch. It's too early for me to just say, Caleb over Trevor. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying Caleb definitely over Trevor. I'm just saying I don't. If I'm in Chicago, I'm looking at him like,
he's a stud early on. He looks like he's got everything.
This is one of the few guys Trevor beats in completion percentage, clears him pretty easily. 57%, but 4,500 yards.
Jeez.
31 passing touchdowns, 12 picks, 3 rushing TDs. He did have 10 fumbles. Yeah, I'd probably put
from 28 to 8.
I'd put Trevor a little bit ahead of Caleb, but he's like Caleb's like, don't sleep. He could jump you kind of position. You know. What about Goff? He doesn't do it in a flashy way.
No.
I mean, I think Trevor's mobility puts him in a different category of things that Goff can't do. But Goff completed 68%, nearly 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Yeah, no,
those numbers are pretty good,
really
man.
good. I guess you could also add so pick your quarterback for the next 3 to 5 years, or who's going to win in 2026. Because eventually, Goff, if you said the next 5 years, would you pick
Goff
Trevor
would be
or Goff?
off the list.
Off the list,
Absolutely.
right. That's what I'm saying.
So would Stafford, though.
Yes, Stafford would.
If you're talking about a 5-year window, Stafford came close to retiring last offseason.
Yeah.
Almost got dealt.
Yeah.
If the Rams had an idea that he had an MVP season incoming,
right?
Are they even considering trading him last year?
No.
So this whole thing of McVay's a genius, and to a degree,
right.
To a degree, he could have been Matt Stafford, Pittsburgh Steeler last offseason. That's what some of the discussion was. Anyway, it's interesting. You go check it out over at NFL.com and see if you agree with it or not, the way it came out based on just last year alone. And today we're asking you, heading into the offseason, where do you feel Trevor Lawrence ranks compared to his peers? Top 5, top 10, middle of the pack. Not the guy at all. We'll continue that discussion, get a few of your calls on the other side. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL. Your home for Gators Hoops is 1010XL.
The Gators bring their hot streak to the O'Connell Center for a Valentine's Day special against the Wildcats. Number 14, Florida, and 25th ranked Kentucky. Saturday at 2:30 on 92.5 FM.
I'm with Craig from Cycles of Jacksonville. Honda going off-road. They've got it all. 2-wheel, 4-wheel. What's happening, my man?
Man, they've got the Talon. They got the Talon R. They've got the Talon Live Valve. You're looking to do some farm work, they've got the Pioneer 700, Pioneer 1000. Legendary Honda reliability, super fun. Dirt bikes, of course, always amazing. More podium finishes than any other company. Can't go wrong there.
And families love it when they go off-road with Honda. Check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency. CyclesofJacksonville.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080. This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Bro, have you heard about the hottest and newest sports league in town?
Vanguard Sports League isn't just VIP, it's the standard. Smoke-filled tunnel intros, cool benches with canopies, big scoreboards, championship rings, and convenient locations all across Jacksonville. Oh, and mascot potties there hyping everyone up every game. No wonder it's the talk of the town. Spring and summer registration now open.
Search VanguardSportsLeague.com today.
Low mortgage rates are back. Listen, Loan Pronto has fixed rate mortgages with APRs as low as 4.89%. It's the lowest in years. Hey, gang, Prosser here. Smart homeowners are taking advantage of this while they can. If you got stuck in a 6% loan, you can lower your payment big time. Or you can keep your primary mortgage intact, get cash out, equity with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loans. One homeowner just got $250,000 out of their home. They paid off all their credit cards, some car loans, and cut their monthly expense by $2,000. Call now. See what option works best for you, but don't miss this big rate drop of 2026. Ask about new home loans, VA loans, full cash out refis, or their famous rapid equity loan. You can close in less than 2 weeks. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments altogether. Call 904-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com. No hard credit pull. 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. APR for well-qualified buyers.
Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
At the First Coast YMCA, there's no place like this place, with programs and experiences that will bring your whole family together. Summer will be here before we know it, and Y Summer Day Camp registration is now open. Visit your local Y to secure your child's spot early for a season full of memories and adventure. Don't delay. Day camps will fill up. There's no place like this place, so visit your local Y to sign up or online at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
If you're thinking about getting a new roof sometime this year, Endless Summer Roofing can help. I'm Claudia, owner of Endless Summer Roofing. Stronger materials, expert installation, real peace of mind. A new roof isn't just an upgrade. It's the primary source of protection for your family home. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com for a free inspection today, and I'll make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Endless Summer Roofing. Protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you. 1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
By the way, happy Friday the 13th to all. I don't know what that was, but yes. What he said. The gold moment today is probably just the dawning realization that, man, you know, I would hope for most people, you saw the results. You've known what Trevor Lawrence had as a prospect, right? I mean, he's got the size, he's got the arm strength, he's got the ability to spin it. He's got great athleticism. He's got a lot. He's tough. He's a sharp guy. He's got a lot of things going for him. Made a lot of mistakes in his career. Done a lot of great things as well. And you pair him with an upcoming offensive mind like Liam Cohen, who got tremendous results out of Baker Mayfield. And then Baker kind of fell off a little bit when Liam wasn't there. Guess what? Liam's not going anywhere. You know, I think this combo here, man, me personally, I'm past the point of let's hope for mediocrity. Let's hope for middle of the pack. Let's hope he doesn't beat us. Let's hope he can go toe-to-toe with the absolute best in the game is where I'm at with Trevor, and that's what the expectations are. And maybe they should have been all along, but he wasn't in a position to make me feel that way for an extended period of time. I still want to see it from start to end of a season. That high level of play doesn't mean you can't have a bad game. Everybody has a bad game from time to time. Even Stafford had a bad game this year. Of course. Give me 15 out of 17 games played at a level where you're like, damn, we might not have won, but
yeah, he played awesome.
He spun it pretty good.
It's not because the quarterback killed us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, look, I can understand people not putting him top 5 right now. You want to see it again.
Sure.
I get that.
I can also understand putting him top 5.
Oh, yeah.
If you say, well, look, I'm going to lean into recency bias.
Yeah, sure.
And do I put it this way? Do you expect Trevor Lawrence to have a better year than Patrick Mahomes this year coming up?
Yeah,
Mahomes
good. Is hurt.
Yeah. I agree. Mahomes is hurt.
Yeah.
The Jags have better weapons. I think, you know, so I think Trevor Lawrence will have a better year than Patrick Mahomes statistically.
I wouldn't necessarily answer that question the same way 2 years from now.
No, not necessarily.
You know, but I think with where Mahomes is right now, the season he's coming off of, and the injury, with all the things that he's going to be surrounded by, I'd rather be in the Jaguars offense. Right
for this year, right? And look, that again, Mahomes is the best in the league still to me. Stafford won MVP. Mahomes had a down year. There's a point where the body of work has got to matter. Right now, Mahomes stacks a few of those seasons together where you're like, oh, Chiefs missed the playoffs,
Yeah.
whatever. That's a different story.
Right.
We're not there yet.
If Mahomes was the best quarterback in the league next year, it's not like any of us would go, oh,
No, right.
that's a surprise.
Yeah, he's still got a ton of talent, obviously. But no, listen, I think the expectation is Trevor is one of the top 5, moving forward, year in and year out. Again, like he's not going to have perfect games every week, but you expect him to be upper tier. I like the little video, with the staff meeting that's out there on social media. How Liam's talking about year 2 and not being a one-hit wonder.
Yes.
Just remember, like, we've been one-hit wonders in the past 2 decades. 2007, right? 2017 and 2022. The years after weren't nearly as good. Now, we got off 2023, prior to the foot injury at the Cincinnati game. Trevor, we were playing some good football. There was, and then it was just the 5 losses in a row. He never could regain, yada, yada, yada. Then it crumbled in 2024. So I agree with Liam Cohen, like, hey, man, this is a massive year for us. This isn't we had a great year last year and then we dipped this year. No, we're building on this year and going. Well, a big part of that is Trevor in his play.
Biggest.
Right? The biggest. My only devil's advocate is, again, 2022 was really good. 2023 started off good and then faltered. Part of that's injury. So I am a part of me is like, I still want to see it. I believe it's going to happen, but there's that still part of me is like, you know what? I want to see it from start to finish. I want to see him have the kind of year. And I think he will, coming into this offseason with Liam Cohen and the offense already not mastered, but pretty much mastered.
Yeah, and beyond Trevor himself, I mean, just for the whole team, they were very healthy last year. Very healthy.
True.
I mean, yes, what about Travis Hunter? Okay. Some of the rookies got some injuries. Jordan Lewis late in the season. You missed Murray for a few games. For the most part, your key guys were available for you week after week after week. Might not be that way this year. Right? And
you never know.
Maybe Etienne's not here. Those 13 touchdowns are gone. All those yards. Maybe Devin Lloyd's not here.
Yep.
Those 5 interceptions, those 10 quarterback hits.
Yep.
You got to replace that. Yep. And maybe, as Tony and I have talked a lot about already, maybe you got a couple less wins, but you're a better football team.
Yeah.
Maybe you're 11-6.
Right.
But you go win some playoff games.
Right. I can't expect 13. I'll just get into the playoffs.
13's a bunch.
Win the division or at least be right there, but get into the playoffs year after year after year.
Fan Cam is up next. Good morning, Fan Cam.
Hey, good morning, guys. And you guys both nailed it. I mean, it takes a confluence of so many variables for a quarterback to play at an elite level in the NFL. I mean, just from culture to coaching to play calling to the guys around you to the lack of injuries, the line holding up to not dropping passes. I mean, there's just so many things. And I think we're in a sweet spot here, and I'm glad all of our coordinators essentially are sticking around. And I think, as you point out, Tommy, this is a time to turn a one-hit wonder that we've been in the past into a continually dominant winning team. And I think we have the tools to do it. I just wanted to throw in my vote for Duke's. I make a lot of chicken salad for people. Chicken salad, and that's the one mayonnaise I use for everything I do if it involves mayonnaise. So one vote for Duke's. And Tony, I appreciate the heads up. I've never watched curling before, but this year I started watching the curling and the semifinal match. I'm yelling and screaming and I'm doing lawnmower pulls on good shots in the middle of the living room. And when we had that hat trick hammer in the 8th to win, boy, I went into a Heisman pose even. It was, so I appreciate the new light on curling. And lastly, let me just say happy Valentine's Day to all you guys, better half, and to all the Jaguar kittens out there. Happy Valentine's Day here in
All right, Fan Cam. Appreciate you, bro. On the way out the door there. All right, we got to come back. Let's take a look at our poll, where things stand, and weigh in officially on it today. Our question of the day on how you feel Trevor Lawrence ranks compared to his peers as it stands at the moment. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and RJ Saunders. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here. Love to tell you about a great golf tournament that's coming up on the First Coast that you have the opportunity to see LPGA Tour stars of tomorrow competing together at Atlantic Beach Country Club from March 5th through the 7th. It's the Epsom Tours Atlantic Beach Classic, and it's presented by Access Golf It's the first stop on the pathway to the top 15 ladies receiving LPGA Tour cards at the end of the season. So get out there, watch some high-quality golf, support the ladies of tomorrow. The IQ Fiber Linkside Lounge will be your best value, an all-inclusive ticket with food, beer, wine, and spirits for only $100. So visit AtlanticBeachClassic.com and enter promo code IQ to get this special rate. Friday afternoon features a fantastic Fairways to Fashion show presented by Bosco Builders, featuring Epsom Tour players and Atlantic Beach boutique stores. Limited tickets still available. Visit AtlanticBeachClassic.com to purchase. That's AtlanticBeachClassic.com.
Jaguars
today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Get your tickets for the Tom Coughlin J Fund Wine Tasting Gala. Join Super Bowl winning coach Tom Coughlin at ViStar Ballpark Thursday, March 5th and raise a glass to help local families tackling childhood cancer. Enjoy hundreds of wines from around the world and food from top local restaurants. Buy tickets and learn more at tcjfund.org/wine. tcjfund.org/wine.
The toughest bulls, the bravest riders. For 8 seconds, it's all on the line. Glory or nothing. These are cowboys who face down danger, defy the odds, and push themselves beyond limits most wouldn't dare. This is their world, where legends are made on the backs of ranked bulls. It's bull time, Jacksonville. PBR bucks into ViStar Memorial Arena February 20th and 21st. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets.
Hacker here. You know, people think Awaken 180 called me or asked me to go on the program. They didn't. Truth be told, I asked them. Didn't even take a talent fee. I didn't want to check. I wanted my weight gone. I was done with waking up tired and lethargic. I was done. And let's be honest, I wasn't failing diets. Diets were failing me. I didn't need any hype or motivation. I needed instructions. The Awaken 180 program was like finally stopping the backyard play calling and having a coach in your ear saying, run this, now trust it. Once my brain got out of the way, everything changed. No overthinking, no negotiating, no self-sabotage. The weight came off fast every single week, like clockwork. The biggest surprise wasn't the scale, it was the relief. I felt like I finally stopped fighting myself. That's when Awaken 180 took over. So if you're waiting to feel ready, don't. I wasn't either. That's why this worked. Awaken180weightloss.com.
It's Cancer Prevention Month, and Ackerman Urology reminds you to stay ahead of prostate, bladder, and kidney health. Get a yearly checkup, ask about a screening, and make self-checks a habit. To make an appointment at one of 4 locations, visit AckermanUrology.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right. Officially, we're all voting top 10.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
I'd say 8 right now if I had to pick
I couldn't give you the exact. I think that
8.
group. I think there are definitely 5 that we decided.
Yes.
We would put ahead. I don't think there are 10. I don't even know if there are 6 that I would definitely put ahead.
Yeah, there's a group. I'm with the 5, and there's a group of guys that are kind of in that 6 to 10 range.
Yes.
And I wouldn't put any of them definitely ahead.
Right. I also wouldn't put him ahead of all of them necessarily.
Right.
Put it this way. He probably falls somewhere in the middle of the pack, like 8, right? Of that group.
Dak would be
Dak would be in that conversation.
So that's 6, right?
I wouldn't say Dak. Would you?
I thought you guys said
no.
Dak.
I'm saying he was in the ranking.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Over
3 in
Trevor.
the ranking.
that's right. He was.
Yeah.
Right.
Would I
But
say
in our top 5, he was not.
I think you could make a
That's
argument.
because Burrow and Mahomes are.
No, yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
And Lamar. Right,
Agreed.
like those guys are in our 5.
So even if you put Dak there, okay, there's 6 or 7, there's 8.
No, I know, I just threw a name out there.
I'm not arguing with you. We're just animated.
Right.
We're just talking here.
Yeah, no, I know.
I just don't think I'm gonna end up like, let's say there are 7 guys for 5 spots in 6 through 10.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be 5 of them ahead of Trevor. Put it that way. It's tough to split hairs in any given moment. I could see him. I could also see Trevor. It's kind of like a tier, a mushy tier of guys waiting to break out and claim their spot in the top 5. Here's how the polling has gone so far today. 64% agree, right, and that he is a top 10 quarterback. 23.5% say top 5. And I get it. If you want to base it on just the season, I could see the argument. I mean, he came in number 6. Yeah. And in that case, I would put him. He did have a better year than Lamar. He did have a better year than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he did.
So if you're judging on that, I don't take this question. You could take the question that way if you want to, but I don't. When I say where he is right now compared to his peers, I'm looking at more than just that 1 year.
Yeah. I don't think it's a foolish bet if you were willing to make it that Trevor Lawrence winds up as a top 5 quarterback after the 26th season.
No, I don't think it's a foolish bet.
Right.
I don't think it's a slam dunk bet either.
I don't think it's a slam dunk, but I don't think it's a foolish bet. And so if you're a fan of the Jaguars and you're voting in the poll, you're like, well, that's where I think he's going to be. Okay.
Okay, but this is heading into the offseason.
Yeah.
Where do you think he is? Not where you're projecting him to be.
Yeah.
10%, 10.5% said middle of the pack. Okay, those are the skeptics. 1.6% said not the guy at all. Those are just trollish. I mean, how can you say he's not the guy at all? That's why I made it as definitive. Like, come on, total mirage.
Right?
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think he did what he did. You can't be a total mirage. I don't believe and do what he's done. And he's done it a couple of times. Yeah. As we said though, can he do it for 15 out of 17 games in the same season?
Yeah, and only look, it's rating and it's QBR. You know, 2022 he had a little bit better rating than 2025.
Yeah.
You know, but QBR was better in 25 by just a couple points.
Right.
Whatever that means. You know, it's not the end all say all, but interesting.
QBR factors in everything. Factors in fumbles, you know, not
running.
You know, you're running. Yep. Your passer rating is not going to get the benefit of that. And look, Trevor can improve. He needs to be more accurate, more consistently. Yeah. Did he have a lot of drops? Absolutely. Yeah. Did he miss some guys? Absolutely. Yeah. Right. So, you know, is the 6 or 7 points in completion percentage between he and Justin Herbert all due to drops? Some of it, but Justin Herbert probably had a few drops as well.
I'd say 50-50.
I think Trevor outplayed Justin Herbert. That one I don't get.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
I agree with that.
Ahead in the 2025 season rankings, but so be it. I don't know. I feel like we're just in it took a while to get here.
Yep.
You know, and hopefully we're not getting ahead of ourselves, that it is going to be replicated.
Well, and look, the rhetoric is the back half of the season was when he turned it around. He actually played pretty well against San Fran, KC, and Seattle, those 3 games. He actually did really well. Then he had some games where he didn't. And then after Arizona is when it clicked. And then that was 5 games straight where he actually, or 6 games maybe, where he had the 100-plus rating. He did say that Arizona game felt like that's when it started clicking, seeing things. But anyway, after that, he went on his run of 100, rating, except the second to last game where he dipped a little bit overall, 5 out of 6. He was doing pretty well.
You make a good point. 49ers completed 68%. Chiefs, 72%. Seahawks, 64%. Had 4 passing touchdowns and only 1 pick.
Yeah, no, he played really well. Games. So it wasn't just the back half. It was just I'm with all the way through. So
I'm agreeing with you there, Mr. McManus. He did have a little lull there. Yeah. Kind of Rams, Raiders, Texans, that whole little bit. But anyway, fun show. Yeah, good conversation. And let's welcome in XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Tracksuit Mafia in the house.
Say, he's always got the coolest tracksuits.
Tracksuit Mafia.
How many of those you got, Big Man?
4.
Four
I keep
of
them in
them?
rotation.
Okay. Do you always go color to color? Or do you mix up the colors from time to time?
Yeah, I mix up the colors.
You do? Yeah, so you got really about 16 different variations then.
No, I don't. I have 4.
You can check out
That's right.
the kit is or the fit, I guess, is what it is. The
It looks
fit,
good.
as
Mhm.
kids refer to it these days. Well, Leon Searcy is rocking. Just tune in, stream us on YouTube, X, on Facebook, whatever. Sirs, what's going on, man?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little ball. We're going to talk Trinidad.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah.
How do you got any eligibility left? Would you like to go back and run it back?
No.
How would you have liked to have been 24 years old, though, playing in college football, and that'd been a little different.
And making the money they're getting now.
Yeah, and getting paid like that.
Above the table.
I mean, listen, as much fun as I had at Miami, and we had fun, I knew when it was time to go.
Gotcha.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
At some point,
These kids don't know. That's
they
the
don't. They
problem.
don't want to leave. But if you're getting paid, room
I
and
don't blame
board,
them.
then,
Yeah.
man, it's hard to leave.
It's cushy life, man.
That's a nice
It is.
gig. Yeah.
It is
yeah.
It is a nice gig.
Yeah.
You know, and who knows how you would have felt if you came up in that era when, you know, the NIL money was as good as it is now.
I would have been paid illegally and been happy about it. I wouldn't have cared. I'd take the money regardless. You want under the table, over the table, in front of my
That's what I'm saying. But
family,
now
in
you're
the
talking about,
back
you know,
alley.
like if you're a starter,
Yeah.
college football feels like you're making $500,000 minimum right now. Right.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
you know,
That's good
Check
money.
this out.
probably even better than the bags of cash they were handing
Buddy
you
Mike's
down
son,
in
baseball
South
in Michigan in high school. His teammate, 4 years at Grand Valley State. This is the offer. Grand Valley State, 4 years, full ride, $80G a year to play baseball.
At Grand Valley State.
At Grand Valley State up in Michigan.
pretty awesome.
I mean, you
Full
kidding
ride
me?
and
full
80
ride
yeah.
and $80G a year.
That's pretty
Well,
good.
we had name, image, and Luke. That was our
Luke you had NIL.
That was
It's
our
different.
first NIL.
There you go. All right. Sirs, have a great show.
Appreciate it.
Coming up, all kinds of things to dig into, including the Olympics. You going to watch any Olympic action?
We've been watching it,
this
yeah.
weekend?
I love the skiing, man. They're so fast. I can't believe they go down the hill that damn fast, like 70 to 90 miles an hour. Oh, that must be so much fun.
Until you wreck. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's like racing a car,
but
too. You know?
you better grow up doing that, man.
Yeah, no
they ain't
doubt.
getting me on skis
No.
they're doing.
Yeah, and the figure skating's fun, you know.
Yeah.
Women
Speaking
typically
of
nice to
racing
look at,
cars,
so
Daytona is this
I'm watching
weekend.
them.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. We don't
It
cover
is
that here.
Sunday in
Race
the
your
afternoon,
engines, or
yeah.
what do they start your
Jaguars today.
engines?
Well, enjoy whatever you're doing. Be safe on Friday the 13th.
That's
Happy
right.
Valentine's Day.
Careful out there.
If you've got a Valentine, and enjoy the Great American Race. Is that what they call Daytona?
Yeah,
500,
sure.
The Great American
Or
Race.
the race that it takes me to get back to the beach.
All right. RJ, have a good weekend.
You too, my man.
We will see you Monday. Tony Smith, Tom McManus. Thanks to all our guests this week. Had a bunch, and we'll talk to you Monday with more Jaguars today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars today.